So you're selling the house and you just need the sprinkler system working. That's great, because I show up to a lot of houses where the person just bought it and the sprinkler system is a disaster. So in this video, you're gonna see me put in a timer instead of a controller. And that's because the customer just wants the irrigation system to be functional for the sale of the house, which again is a lot better than what some other people do when they sell their houses. The new homeowner ends up with it, I get called out, and I've got to give them a $2,000 or $3,000 proposal to fix everything. So without further ado, here's that story. Well then, the neighbor is a fan. He just came over to tell me that he follows me on TikTok. Hey, nice to meet you. It's your typical Florida mechanical system with your handyman flex, but let's see why it's not working. We got a 110 volt solenoid here, combo valve, Richdale, so this is pretty old combo valve. Irritrol now makes these. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on, see if it at least turns on. Oh, definitely turns on, and I definitely hear water moving through. Let's see if it switches zones, and what I mean by that, for you all that are not from Florida, that's an indexing valve, and in order to get it to switch zones, we need to turn off the water, depressurize that valve, and then turn it back on, and it should switch to the next zone. And sure enough, there's a head right there behind me. Seemed to switch through that zone. This is only a 4-zone system, so we're gonna do it again to make sure. Yep, it went somewhere else. All right, we're switching zones. What else could it be? Let's go ahead and put it in automatic, and let's just run the dial through. And I can tell you right now that this doesn't feel great, but let's see. That must have been a day that was off. Let's go ahead and do it again. What I'm doing here is I'm forcing the timer to turn itself on. Hopefully this is a day it's supposed to be on, and yep. All right, what I was checking here is the micro switch that's down here that actually activates the solenoid down here, that 110 volt solenoid, because there's 110 volts that come into the timer, and when the timer activates it, it'll send that 110 volts down to the solenoid, which opens up the valve, sends water out to the field. That's all working. Let's check one last thing. Let's see if the clock motor's working. Nope, that's the problem. It's ticking, but somebody maybe grinded off the wheel, but it's not moving. And that's the problem here. So the solution to this problem is a new timer, or at the very least, a new timer motor. But I'm gonna be putting in a new timer because I know that's gonna last a lot longer, and I'm going to replace the conduit and that solenoid so that it's a 24 volt solenoid, a little less dangerous than a 110 volt solenoid. All right,